J.B. Bickerstaff talked about the pace of play, which it wasn't bad, and the Cavs half-court style.
It's beneficial for us, because we typically play at a slower pace. There are times in the games where you just need an easy basket. And even in that, I thought, they did a better job of scoring off of our turnovers than we did. And I think there's opportunities there for us, when we do turn people over, to get out and transition and get some broken floor disadvantage plays.
And I agree with him that it's almost like the Cavs were trying to make an extra pass too often. They had the open shot, and they were trying to make an extra pass and be on time. Just take the easy shot.
Yeah, right. It was too much thinking. Looked like a little bit, especially early. And young players, again, you get into your first playoff series, it's human nature to think, well, I don't want to be the guy who messes up, so I'm just giving the ball to somebody else. But, the key to the Cavs' success this season is because they've not been afraid to make mistakes, and they've been aggressive. And I really thought, obviously, as he's done all year, Donovan Mitchell really led by example. I mean, obviously super talented, best player on the floor, but he takes a lot of risks. Now, you don't want to take a lot of risks unless you're talented as Donovan Mitchell, but you don't want to go the other way either, where you're playing tentative and hesitant and not as aggressive as you should be. So I think we saw a lot of what people were predicting in game one, which was the Cavs players who have not been in the playoffs before came out looking fairly nervous. And I don't even want to say nervous, just tentative. And, their success is built on them having a lot of confidence and really taking it to the opponent, which they started to do in the fourth quarter. But, by then it was a little case of a little bit too little, too late.
Yeah, and it also looked like the Knicks kind of out-Cav'd the Cavs. They were getting the 50-50 balls. They were doing all the scrappy things that the Cavs have hung their hat on all season long.
Yeah, that's Tom Thibodeau coach team right there. I mean, the Knicks look like those old Bulls teams with Derrick Rose and those guys, and Taj Gibson. And, these Knicks are just really a reflection of Thibodeau's coaching style. Josh Hart in particular is the ultimate Tom Thibodeau player, a guy who does a little bit of everything, defends, plays smart, plays hard. The Cavs just have to be cognizant of that. This isn't your typical number 5 seed in the playoffs. This is a very, very well-coached team with some real star and some real talent in the likes of Randall and Brunson and Hart and even Mitchell Robinson. He doesn't put up a lot of numbers, but we saw what he can do on the glass when it comes to defense, and kind of does a good job countering Jared Allen. So if you're the Cavs, you've got to get that swagger back in game 2, or this series is going to be short, because like you said, Dave, a lot of the Cavs basketball this season and their success is kind of built on that confidence and swagger and aggressiveness, and wasn't there for a large portion of the first 3 quarters from anybody but Donovan Mitchell.